There is a psychological aspect to selling a home, just like there is to buying a home. And our main goal is to make buyers visualize. We want them to see themselves in your home. We want them to get that emotional connection with your home. And that is hard to do when you've got a lot of stuff in the house. It's hard for buyers to see past the stuff. So I always tell my sellers, hey, you're moving anyway, so why not go ahead and start packing up the family photos, grandma's dishes, or that collection of precious moments. It's better to have empty shelves or only one or two items on shelving units than it is to have it totally slammed and full of collectibles or what have you. Knickknacks, tchotchkes, let's get rid of them. We're packing them, we're taking them with us. They're not for sale. So that will actually help clear the playing field so that the buyer can see nice couch, nice living room set. Hey, there's a spot I could put my car collection or my Avon bottle collection or whatever it is that the buyer has. We want them to get that emotional connection. So go ahead and start packing up the photos and anything else that's not necessary. It'll give you less to clean too when we start doing showings. Now, on the other end of the spectrum is an empty home. And an empty home, it's really hard for buyers to make an emotional connection with as well, because they're being very analytical when they walk into a completely empty home. They're trying to figure out if the size of their sofa will fit in the living room, or if their California king bed is actually going to fit in the master. When you don't give them something to compare to, then they blow stuff out of proportion in their minds. So usually I'll tell sellers whose homes are completely empty, hey, let's consult at least a stager and see if we can get some items to include in at least a couple of the rooms so that we can give them a little bit more of a lived-in feel instead of a completely empty feel. If it is completely empty, buyers also sometimes subconsciously think that the seller's moved on with their life and they just don't care about this property anymore. And that could mean that they're scared that you're not maintaining it. And it can also mean that they figure if you've already moved on, then you don't care what price you get for the home. And we don't want either one of those scenarios either. But I don't want you to fall into the checked out mode either. That's a dangerous area to get in. That's a mindset where sellers are so anxious to move on to the next step, to their new adventure, that they neglect readying their home for the market. They figure it's good enough for them, then it's good enough for the buyer. The problem is the buyer's going to have the exact same attitude with their offer. That's good enough. They say anything worth doing is worth doing well. And I think that definitely applies when you're trying to sell one of your biggest assets. So let's go ahead and start packing. Let's pack away the family photos. Let's pack away the collections. Let's go into the closets even and pack away clothes that are out of season. That way they're going to look very spacious and open to potential buyers. So presenting your home on the market is super important, no matter what anybody tells you. It may be a seller's market, but that doesn't mean that buyers aren't savvy and they don't do their own homework and they still compare you with everybody else. So let's position your home so that it's on the market the least amount of time. Let's get it sold quick. I hope these tips have helped. Again, this has been Mandee with GPS Real Estate, powered by Keller Williams. Have a great day.